stand by that. I still stand by that. But Melody seemed to be really bothered by the commentary that people have had about this last episode. And I was actually surprised by her reaction because it was like, because usually people have said so many things about Melody over the years and you don't really see her go off too much. So it's been a while since she's gone off. So she decided to, on multiple TikTok lives as she's packaging orders for her beauty line, she went off a couple of days in a row. First on toxic leadership.
They say the truth has a way of finding its moment. No matter how long it's hidden, no matter how carefully it's covered, it always rises to the surface when you least expect it. And right now, that truth is shaking everything we thought we knew about Carlos King and Melody Shari. For months, fans have been asking the same question over and over again. Why is Melody really leaving? Was it just about the drama we saw on screen? Was it about her past with Martell? Or was there something deeper? Something happening behind the scenes that nobody was supposed to find out? Well, here's where everything changes, because Carlos King has finally spoken, and what he revealed isn't just surprising, it's emotional, it's complicated, and honestly, it's a little heartbreaking. But here's the twist. This isn't just about a woman walking away from a show. This is about power, control, loyalty, and the cost of being real in a world that profits from your pain. And once you hear the full story, you'll realize Melody Shari didn't just leave. She made a decision that could change everything. So let's talk about it.
He said, so I'm gonna say it. But when you are in a leadership position or so-called leadership position or executive position, cleanser and mango, it's just certain things that you just supposed to like you don't talk about you don't talk about your people that's putting a check in your pocket. You don't.
When Love and Marriage Huntsville first came onto the scene, it didn't feel like your typical reality show. It wasn't just about arguments and chaos, it felt intentional, it felt meaningful. It showed successful Black couples building businesses, navigating marriage, raising families, and trying to balance it all. And right at the center of it was Melody. She wasn't just another cast member, she was relatable, she was ambitious, she was a woman trying to hold everything together while life kept throwing challenges her way. Fans didn't just watch her, they connected with her. She brought honesty to the screen in a way that felt rare. When she laughed, you felt it. When she cried, it hit you. And when her marriage started falling apart, people didn't see it as entertainment. They saw it as real life unfolding in front of them. And that's what made her so powerful. But at the same time, that power came with a price, because what made the show special also made it dangerous. As the seasons went on, the focus slowly started to shift. What once felt like a balanced look at relationships began to lean heavily into conflict, and a lot of that conflict centered around Melody's personal life. Her marriage struggles became headlines, her pain became storylines, her healing process became episodes. And at first, it seemed like she was handling it. She stayed strong, she kept showing up, she kept telling her story. But behind the scenes, things weren't as simple as they looked. Because here's what many people didn't realize. Melody isn't just emotional, she's smart. She understands business, she understands branding, and more importantly, she understands when something doesn't feel right. And slowly but surely, she started noticing a shift. The way scenes were being edited, the way narratives were being pushed.
People who are on a path of self-destruction, and that's all they know is self-destruction. It ain't nobody doing it to you. It ain't nobody forcing you nothing. You are self-destructing yourself. Okay? Somebody said toxic leadership.
The way certain moments were highlighted while others were ignored. And that's when the cracks began to form. Because what started as storytelling began to feel like manipulation. And that's where the tension with Carlos King started to grow. Now, let's be clear. Carlos isn't just any producer. He's known for creating powerful reality TV moments. He knows what keeps audiences watching. He understands drama, pacing, emotion. He knows how to build a hit show. And in his eyes, Melody's story was compelling. It was real. It was engaging. It was exactly what reality TV thrives on. But what nobody expected was how far that would go. Because according to what Carlos finally revealed, things behind the scenes became more intense than even he anticipated. He admitted that certain storylines were pushed harder than others. He admitted that the environment became more stressful over time. And most importantly, he admitted that Melody was carrying more weight than anyone truly understood. That's the part that changes everything. Because for the longest time, it was easy to assume that Melody left because she couldn't handle the drama. But that's not the truth. The truth is, she saw what was happening, and she made a choice. Carlos revealed that Melody didn't just wake up one day and decide to leave. This was something that built up over time. Conversations were had, concerns were raised, boundaries were tested. And at some point, something shifted. Melody started feeling like she wasn't in control of her own story anymore.
Trips. So the thing's this, you've been on plenty of girls' trips with your cast. Why are girl trips so complicated? Because there's a whole TikTok discussion, Dr. Emily, about this episode and how this episode reflects how girls' trips never go right. Why is that?
Because half them hoes really don't like each other. And to me, it's never fair. It's all about who you like and who you don't like. Like, to me, if I like Melody, I'm going to say that she didn't fuck up them rooms on purpose. But if I don't like Melody, I'm like, look, and she knew what room she put them in, because Destiny, she clearly don't like, because that's Martell's friend, and she put them in. So it's all about who you like and who you don't like, nothing else.
Think about that for a second. Imagine living your real life, your pain, your heartbreak, your healing, and then watching it be shaped into something that doesn't fully reflect your truth. That's a different kind of pressure. And according to Carlos, that's exactly what Melody was dealing with. He even admitted that he tried to convince her to stay. He promised changes. He promised a better environment. He promised that things would be handled differently moving forward. But here's the moment that really hits. It didn't matter, because by that point, Melody had already made up her mind. And that's what nobody expected. Not the fans, not the cast, and maybe not even Carlos himself. Because in that moment, Melody chose something bigger than the show. She chose herself. Now, let's talk about what that really means. Walking away from a hit reality show isn't easy. It's not just about stepping away from cameras. It's stepping away from exposure, from income, from opportunities that come with being on a platform like that. Most people wouldn't do it. Most people would stay, push through, and deal with whatever comes their way just to keep that spotlight. But Melody didn't. And that says a lot. Because according to Carlos, this wasn't a dramatic exit. It wasn't filled with yelling or public fights behind the scenes.
Do you think Melody purposefully did the rooms like that because she don't like some of the girls?
No, I think that you did that rooms like that. Because
well,
don't like the girls
I can tell you. I can tell you that didn't happen.
I'm just fucking with you, baby. I'm just playing. Don't get all that. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Look. I got real nail on you, baby.
It was something quieter, but much more powerful. It was a decision rooted in clarity. She knew what she was feeling. She knew what she was seeing, and she knew what she deserved. And when those things didn't align anymore, she walked away. Now, here's where things get even deeper, because Carlos didn't just talk about the show, he talked about regret. He admitted that looking back, there were moments he wishes he handled differently, moments where he could have protected Melody more, moments where he could have slowed things down instead of pushing forward. And hearing that, it hits differently, because it shows that even from his perspective, this wasn't just business, this was personal. He acknowledged that Melody wasn't just a cast member, she was a key part of what made the show what it is. And losing her wasn't just a change, it was a loss. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Despite everything, there's no bitterness in Melody's decision, and that's what makes it even more powerful. She didn't leave to tear anything down, she left to build herself up. And since stepping away, that's exactly what she's been doing. Her businesses have grown, her music has connected with fans on a deeper level, her brand has expanded beyond reality TV, and suddenly people are starting to see her in a different light, not just as a reality star, but as a woman who took control of her narrative, and that's something you can't fake. Meanwhile, the show is now facing a question it never had to ask before. What happens without Melody? Because whether people want to admit it or not, she was a major part of the energy. She brought authenticity, she brought emotion, she brought a level of connection that's hard to replace. And now that she's gone, that absence is being felt. Fans are noticing the difference. They're questioning the direction. They're wondering if the show can truly move forward without the person who helped shape its identity. And honestly, that's still unclear. But what is clear is the impact this situation has had. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about television. It's about a woman who reached a point where she had to choose between staying comfortable and protecting her peace. And she chose peace. That decision didn't just affect her career, it affected her family, her mindset, her future. Because when you're constantly in an environment that drains you, that pressures you, that reshapes your reality, it takes a toll. And for Melody, that toll became too heavy. But instead of breaking under that weight, she stepped away from it. And that takes strength, real strength. Because walking away isn't always easy. Sometimes it's the hardest thing you can do, especially when everything around you is telling you to stay. But Melody listened to herself, and that's something a lot of people struggle to do. She chose clarity over confusion, peace over pressure, and growth over comfort. And in doing that, she changed the narrative. Because now, her story isn't about what she went through on the show. It's about what she did after. It's about rebuilding. It's about redefining success. It's about showing people that you don't have to stay in a situation just because it benefits others. You can leave. You can start over. You can create something better. And that's exactly what she's doing. Now, as we come to the end of this story, there's one question that still lingers. What does all of this mean moving forward? For the show, it means adjusting, evolving, and figuring out how to move on without one of its strongest voices. For Carlos King, it means reflecting, learning, and possibly approaching things differently in the future. But for Melody, it means freedom, it means control, it means finally being able to tell her story on her own terms. And maybe that's the biggest takeaway here, because sometimes the most powerful move you can make isn't staying and fighting, it's walking away and choosing yourself. Melody Shari didn't just leave a show, she made a statement, and whether people agree with her decision or not, one thing is certain. She reminded everyone watching that no opportunity, no spotlight, and no paycheck is worth losing yourself. And that truth, that's bigger than any reality show could ever be.